Hello and welcome to NWRC's season review so far, here with Jimmy Guy and Emmett Butcher, and I'm Kyle O'Hara, your host. First of all, we're going to start with who has been the best team in the Premier League this season so far. Jimmy, who do you think?
Best team in the minute is hands down Chelsea. Top of the league,
Top of the table.
all players, firing on all cylinders. Conte, mad cunts, I like Why can't they be the best team?
Top goal scorer.
Exact top goal scorer, Costa too. So,
Emmett, who do you think?
I would have to agree with Jamie. Chelsea, because they're top of the league, they've had no European games, so they're not tired out each week in and out. And their players are on form. Hazard for a cert, and Diego Costa, top goal scorer at the minute. So definitely top team at the minute. Yeah.
But when we're talking about Chelsea, we have to talk about something. David Luiz's transformation.
See, I'm not quite happy with that. I don't think he's shown a lot since he came back to the club. I purely think Chelsea just bought him because their fans wanted them back. He hasn't shown any real form, any real good defence. I don't think he's necessarily
just
to
says
be there.
every time he's come against a good team, he's been shite.
So,
Go against Liverpool beat them. Go up against Arsenal, they get smashed at Arsenal. They have they really been a bit. Man City are shite too. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest.
mm.
Well, we'll go to the worst team. Who has been the biggest disappointment and the worst team this season?
I
Hands
think
down West Ham.
West Ham,
I would say Leicester.
Leicester.
I would say
No
Leicester.
way.
I would
After
say
after
Leicester.
after a title defence, do not.
No
Worst
way.
title defence.
Leicester overachieved last year. West Ham, they were fighting for fourth. Now
At
they're
stage.
17th, maybe 18th.
Leicester won the league last year first, and now they're
beat Bournemouth last night.
18th, 19th.
But they
What is
overachieved
this?
last year big time. And they bought like Romanian or what is it? Or Albanian Slimani.
Well, they had
Jesus.
it's also about Mahrez and Vardy. They're not playing their best.
They're not in form. Vardy definitely not in form. as
Vardy
he
went
was.
16 games without a goal there before his hat-trick against Man
I
City.
bet you Vardy's regretting not going to Arsenal now.
Definitely.
100% definitely regret going to Arsenal or not going to Arsenal.
Arsenal's happy we didn't sign him, or else Alexis would never have played up front if we signed Vardy. But it has to be said, Vardy and Mahrez finishing 8th and 7th in the top 10 list of the best players in the world, the Ballon d'Or. That
That's-
says something
that does
about
say something.
Leicester's
It's worth
season
mentioning
last
United
year.
for the worst team.
Well, United biggest
United-
disappointment too.
What
Yeah.
the money they spend on players and they're something what 6th, 7th?
If you're talking about worst teams, you're talking about the likes of West Ham and Leicester. But if you're talking about biggest disappointment,
Disappointment.
has to be Man United the biggest disappointment.
Why is this?
The amount of money they spent. They brought a player that they give
The
away
amount
for
of
free.
predictions I've seen with United and City top 2. Oh my! And now they're something
Exactly.
7th, which is
Everyone thought United and City
Hilarious.
were going to walk the league, but at the minute it's Chelsea and Arsenal.
We're still halfway through the season. It could all change next year.
Mourinho's constantly crying on the touchline as usual.
Yeah, but they'll have like sniffing cocaine or something. You can put that on too. You can put that on. It's good. It's okay.
Mourinho is off. He's gone. End of season, he's gone.
Oh, I don't think so. No, definitely not.
You know.
Finished 6th, I think.
Definitely top 4. They won't come first, but they're definitely top 4 for United. Yes.
No chance.
You have to talk about Pogba. Was he worth 93 million?
I don't think he was worth 93 million. Like, definitely, I don't think any
You're
player.
a United fan. Now tell us your honest opinion.
I'm a United fan. Like, I don't think any player is worth that amount of money. Like, maybe Messi, roughly. Maybe Messi, Ronaldo, yes. Pogba, not so much.
But it's his marketing.
I think because this season, while at Man United, he hasn't shown his real form like he did last season at Juventus. I think it's a big change from going over from there to the Premier League. The Premier League is the most hardest league in the world.
But he's got the physicality.
He has got the physicality. He's got the skills. He's got the abilities. But
He's
he just
not
has
playing on the right
He just has.
system or position.
He just has to get. He has to take his time. He has to take his time playing with his new teammates, his new manager. So does any other player that moves to the Premier League or any other league. But he's definitely not worth 93 million. But he's definitely up there with the top best players. Like with the skills he has, his pass and play, definitely.
You have to talk. Me and Jamie were talking about this the other day. Is he there for the money? He's getting, I think, £350,000 a week, and Real Madrid didn't want to pay 93 million for him. I think he wanted to join Madrid. That's what me and Jamie were talking about the other day. What do you think of that?
You can talk about money, but at the end of the day, if a true passionate football player wants to play week in and week out, then it's all about the football. And I think he does want to play week in and week out. I don't think it's about the money.
I think United was his second choice. He wanted to join Madrid, play with Zidane. What do you think?
Why do you want to come to Manchester?
Ahead
I'd
of
say
Madrid.
if Real Madrid came on for the exact same offer, he would go to Real Madrid.
He wanted to join Madrid.
Any day.
In my opinion, he wanted to join Madrid and play with Zidane. Sure, he's French. Zidane's French.
Manchester, leave the big Galapagos.
Well, maybe he just wanted a challenge to see how he was back in the Premier League. He wants to go back into the hardest league and see how he can challenge himself, his abilities. Maybe he wants
Well,
to
he's young.
up his form.
I like him.
He's
I
good.
really like him.
I like him myself. He's got 4 goals and 2 assists for 93 million. 4 goals and 2 assists, but he's starting every game. He's playing every game. He's not doing enough, in my opinion.
But I
Definitely not.
think everyone around him, let him down. They're all. I think that everyone's shitting that team.
Mourinho
Bar
hasn't got the
Zlatan
right
Ibrahimovic.
system.
Everyone is shitting that team. Bar Pogba and Zlatan and De Gea.
And then you've got Mkhitaryan too.
Definitely Mkhitaryan at the past 4 games he's been playing now.
And he didn't play for 3 months there.
He didn't play for 3 months. I don't know
doesn't
why. I
matter,
don't know
so-
why Mourinho didn't put him
That's
on.
Mourinho on coke.
Probably doesn't my head on, sir. Him sitting on the bench or him sitting
It does.
home watching and him, but definitely.
I think
He's the
easily
best player.
we can say United's been the biggest disappointment.
100%.
With one of the best managers of all time, the biggest budget in the world, most expensive player in the world, players like Ibrahimovic and Rooney still there. Like, it's bad.
Well,
it's a big disappointment.
I'm going to disagree. I definitely don't think they're the biggest disappointment.
We'll soon see where they end up.
Predicted to be
But I
first.
still got next half of the next season to go.
Player of the season so far, it's December. Who could
Hazard,
have?
definitely Hazard. The man's been on form. He's been helping score goals with Diego Costa. I think he's put Chelsea at the top of the league for a couple of weeks now because of his pass and play, his assists to Diego Costa. So definitely him.
Who do you think?
Diego Costa.
Diego Costa.
So both Chelsea boys.
It's back to the best.
Well,
Scoring goals.
I
That's what
think-
he do. That's what he does.
The player of the season so far has to be Alexis Sanchez.
Oh my.
Oh, why is this
14 games, 11 goals and 5 assists.
in the Premier League?
Yep. Plus he's doing the business in the Champions League. 2 goals and 3 assists in the Champions League.
He gets the goals, but I
The
don't.
man played for Chile with a hamstring injury and ran from the halfway line and scored a goal, and then came back for Arsenal that weekend and scored a goal. He's pumping blood. And he scored again last night. It's 12 goals now in the Premier League this season. He scored last night. It has to be Alexis. But then you've got players like Coutinho's playing well, even though it hurts me to admit that.
Right. Alright. Do sign in the summer. Sign in the summer. Who thinks sign in the
Sign in the
summer?
summer.
Who was who? I can't even think. Mustafi for Arsenal.
Are you joking?
Although-
Sign in the summer is hands down Sadio Mane. 100%. For 30 million, I mind just seeing things on Twitter like,
36 million.
but he's unreal.
Who
Right, that goal he scored against you in the first day. Oh!
else has been signed?
I don't even know.
I'm not saying Mustafi. Maybe Mane would be up there, definitely. Mane's up there. Who else has been? I can't even. No real signings have stuck out, to be honest. It's all been disastrous signings. Pogba, John Stones, Lloris Karius,
How much was John Stones again? 50 mil.
48 million.
And he's done nothing at all.
He's not good.
It's been disastrous signings more. Mkhitaryan, you can't say he's been a success.
Well,
Yet.
at the moment, yes, he's been okay. With the past 4 games, 3 man of the matches, like. Well, I think Jose Mourinho needs to stick him on more and put him on the fucking squad. Like Jesus.
I mean, you forget he's on cook shit.
We'll talk about Liverpool here a second. They're playing well. Klopp's a good manager. I like Klopp. He wanted the Arsenal job. I know that. I have sources, they say he wanted the Arsenal job. But Wenger wouldn't retire in time for it. But where will Liverpool finish this season? In all honesty.
Not top 4. I don't think
You
top. No, I
seriously-
don't think top
you
4. I
seriously
don't
think
think
we're
top
gonna
4. Definitely not. I'd
You're
say
off your
at
head.
least 6 or 7.
I think Liverpool will finish 4th.
I think we'll finish second. Behind
What?
only Chelsea. See
Liverpool
the way,
fourth.
See
No.
the way the top 4 is now?
No European football.
It's Chelsea, Liverpool. Who's before? Is it Arsenal? No, you're above us.
Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool. And then
Chelsea,
4th
Arsenal,
City.
Liverpool, and City, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where it finishes at the very end too. If
We'll leave the predictions to the end, boys.
Liverpool and Arsenal switch.
We'll leave the predictions to the end. But Liverpool will not win the league.
I'll definitely not.
I don't
That
think so.
defence-
Every single year I
As much
hear
as I want
Liverpool
the defence-
fans saying
as
we'll
much
win
as I
the
want
league
to
this
have
year.
them
We'll
all,
win.
like-
there's
Liverpool
no
have to go out
chance.
and spend 30 million on a centre back, and they have to go out and sign a left back, and they have to sign a new keeper.
I don't think it happened this year either.
What do you think of the keeper, the new keeper?
I like him, but I don't like. He's kind of shite. He's kind of shite.
What do you think of him, Emmett?
I don't think he's up to the standard that he should be for a professional goalkeeper.
Well, you can't get
The handling he had at the weekend was bad.
Like,
He was the
obviously
second best keeper in the-
confidence, so I just hope that you just get it back.
Same, I was saying, De Gea is now probably the second best goalkeeper in the world, and he's
Who's first?
Neuer.
Oh, I couldn't agree
I
with
would
that.
say
I'm
that-
sorry,
I
I
would
couldn't
say
agree with that.
I
Even
would
though I'm a
say-
United fan, I could not agree.
De Gea is the second
De
best keeper in the
Gea is
world.
definitely the best. His
But
diving form,
Karius-
a whole lot.
De Gea started off the same way Karius did. Couldn't catch a ball, couldn't
I know.
deal with the physicality at all in the box. And De Gea's now, and Karius is young. Would he be under 24?
I think he's 21.
Yeah, he's 124. You can't judge him yet. I wouldn't judge him yet, no.
I wouldn't judge him yet.
He's won an award in Bundesliga.
But
so
when,
no,
you have to judge him sort of at the minute whenever he's playing for a team that's
I don't think
the
he should
top
start.
four at the
I think
minute.
Manuel should start, definitely.
Well, he's shit too.
He's better than Karius at the minute. 100%. I think I'd be there in Karius at the minute. So,
What about Arsenal then, lads, this season? What's it going to be?
Oh, top four. No, yep, bang on. Number 4. As always, Arsenal.
They're playing some football.
He's won't finish first.
Definitely not.
He's don't have, I don't think he's done a nice right there. It's just Arsenal thing to do.
What
Just
about-
get the very end and mess up? I think 4th, 3rd, or 2nd.
See, I
Max.
think with Arsenal, right, the thing is, when they play big clubs, like for example, Man United, Man City, or even in the Champions League, Barcelona, say for example, they're meant to do well. They're meant to do exceptionally well because Arsenal is a big club, but yet they go down.
Sure,
the
no
shit.
one does well against Barcelona. Drew against Man United this season, drew against Spurs, beat Chelsea, drew against Paris Saint-Germain twice. We haven't done bad in the big games this season.
But you think
Play
Arsenal,
Man City this
you
weekend.
think Arsenal would beat Paris Saint-Germain?
They're a big club with a big budget.
But budget, but not good players.
Cavani, Di Maria, Lucas Moura.
I can't wait to see them against Bayern, but in Champions League.
Oh,
That's going to
definitely.
be hard.
If they can beat Bayern, well.
If
I
they
might
beat
change
Bayern,
my
fair
prediction.
play. Fair play. I'll give them my hats off them.
What do you think of Ozil and Sanchez? Both 18 months left in their contracts. They both want around £300,000 a week. Do
See-
they get it?
Pay it?
Pay it.
100%.
See, if Arsenal don't win a cup this year, I think either Ozil or Sanchez will want to leave.
I think Sanchez, Ozil definitely signed a new contract. I'm not too sure about Sanchez. Sanchez is Arsenal's best player since Henry. That's a fact. I think talisman wise, Van Persie was up there obviously.
Oh,
But,
definitely.
Sanchez, he drags the team a long way more. But you have to get them type of players signed up to new contracts.
See, I think Ozil may stay because I think he's a proper Gunners fan now. And Sanchez, I don't think he's up there yet. I think he wants to win trophies, as any player does. But if he doesn't win a cup this year, I don't think he'll be at Arsenal next season.
All 20 teams. Who's going to be the first manager sacked? It's December and no one's been sacked yet.
I'm going to come in first.
That's
and
mad.
say, Pardew.
I was going to say Pardew.
100% Pardew.
Pardew will be sacked, I think,
I'd
within the
say
next 5 weeks.
West Ham manager, Slavic.
Sam Bullock.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Definitely. Because
Oh.
last season they were doing well, like you said, Jamie, but at the minute they're
He might
form's
get
come
timed
back.
up because brand new stadium and after doing so
Alright.
well last season. But when you talk about West Ham, you have to talk about Payet.
Oh, definitely.
Is he
That
good?
man-
Is he
that
going to
man-
go in January?
He is. I don't understand why he's at West Ham.
Apparently
they
he's-
are awful.
he's
He
looking-
is too good.
He gave an interview in France there 2 or 3 weeks ago and said he'd be interested in a move away. He said he's not ruling it out. And apparently PSG, Man United want them. Chelsea
I think
have been rumored.
I would see him
But he's,
play
you know,
at
they're
PSG.
playing
He's
from
30.
30.
See,
Some player, but
you'd have to pay 30 million for him, 25 million for a 30-year-old. That's why. But I could see Payet going to PSG
Yeah,
because Di
definitely.
Maria's unhappy. But that won't happen in January. I don't think. I think he's staying to the summer. But he's definitely leaving. I think within the next 6 months.
Oh, definitely.
I can't
I
see him
don't- I don't
staying.
think
He's
he
not
can
been the same
stay.
player ever. And he had a brilliant European Championships as well.
Yeah.
He finished. Where was it? That Ballon d'Or list? Payet 14th or something. I think he finished 13th,
Yeah,
something like that. He had a brilliant season,
unreal.
but he's just not playing the same way.
Sorry.
Right.
Who's at the bottom?
Is Sunderland finally going to get relegated this season?
100%.
5 or 6 seasons they've flirted with relegation. They change manager and things go okay.
It's changed manager now and again, but it's not helping. It's definitely the players. Like the standout player for them is Jermaine Defoe. He's
Obviously.
8 goals this season, and I don't think he should be at that club with that type of ability. But other players in that club, I don't think they're playing up to their professional form. Definitely not. Each manager's getting changed.
Don't
each
think it's
season.
Moyes' fault.
Oh no, I don't think. I think it's just the players, definitely.
But do we care about Moyes? We don't care.
Fucking hell.
We'll talk about Bournemouth's playing good football. Their manager's under 40. He's been there.
Yes.
He passed 300 games in charge there last week, and he's only, I think he's 38 or 39 or something. And
anyhow, they come.
he's got Jack Wilshere. Jack Wilshere started 6.
I pick up for it, England manager over fucking Gareth Southgate.
Oh, aye, big time. I think Eddie Howe's Arsenal manager of the future.
Think so?
Fact.
Right,
But he's got Jack Wilshere playing well. No more injuries for Jack Wilshere at the minute. Touch wood for Arsenal fans. He's in the last year of his contract at Arsenal. He has to prove something now this next few months to see if he can get a contract.
He's going to shop and get some fives, but
He's playing well.
like Jackie.
He's still the most talented English midfielder. Talented.
Up for debate.
Again, with who else? Don't say Jordan Henderson.
Jordan Henderson.
Don't say Jordan Henderson.
Do you see the shot he took against West Ham?
The shot.
Randolph, I'm not joking, top corner as you can get, and Randolph just got like a fingertip to it. He is a
End the conversation.
Baller, sir. Baller.
End the conversation.
Stepped into the best midfielder's role. Best midfielder ever for England. BBG. Stepped into it and he's
Who slipped? Slippy G. He slipped again. Right. Next. What sort of... So, Jamie, who is your bet for top goal scorer at the end of the season come May time? Who's going to be top goal scorer?
Diego Costa.
Diego Costa.
They don't look
Fact.
like slowing down at all, do they? Nope.
Not a minute.
So, Diego Costa, top goal
100% Zlatan. 100%.
You're so biased, man.
I know
He is yiked.
No, at the minute, at the games he's playing, was it? He's scored 7 goals in 6 games. I think he's getting on form.
He's
Seriously.
only played 6 games, has he?
He's 7 goals, is that 6 games though? I can't see it. I think Zlatan will end up with 15 or 16. He's going to go on he's going to get injured because he's old, or he's going to go on he's going to slow down at winter time, Christmas time, because he's old.
I think you're mad predicting Zlatan.
I think it's going to be Diego Costa, or you can't rule him out. Probably the best striker in the world after Luis Suarez, Sergio Aguero.
Oh, yes. I would
Is
agree with that.
I think you've got Alexis up there too. I think Alexis will definitely have 20 goals, but I think Aguero's definitely going to have 25 again this season, 25 or 30 goals, unless he gets injured like he normally does. But that's who we haven't talked about, Man City. Pep is bald.
It was bald.
It was ball.
Pep is bald.
Yeah.
He's whisked in thinking he can win the league with Man City, because he won the league with Barcelona and Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich and Barcelona, top players, but with him coming on the Man City,
Messi carried him.
I don't exactly. Messi carried him, and then Bayern Munich, the whole players carried him. With Man City,
Where do you?
I think.
How do you see Man City doing in like the Champions League? Pep's apparently the master of the Champions League.
No, definitely.
No way.
Semi-finals.
I wouldn't even get semi-finals. I go quarterfinals.
Semi-finals. The last 16. Who did they play? Monaco. I think they're guaranteed a route under the quarterfinals anyway. I think semi-finals.
Monaco are doing
You
good.
talk about that because Pep's apparently the Champions League king. He won it twice and he's got Bayern to the semi-finals 3 times. He's up there. But I think City have been an all big disappointment after winning their first 10 games in a row. And Celtic stopped their run.
But no. Don't think.
I think
I say next season will see the best. Pep.
they need
Pep.
a whole new. They need a new centre back, a new right back, and a new left back, and they need a new goalkeeper. Or they have to bring Joe Hart back. What the hell was that about?
Joe Hart will come back. I don't think they will come back.
They definitely need a new right back and a left back.
Isn't
Aye, he's on loan now.
Yeah.
I think Joe Hart been throughout it. Joe Hart would go back to City in a heartbeat. I think. Heartbeat. Get it?
Oh aye.
We're going to end it now with your top 4 predictions.
Right. Top 4 for mine. I'm going Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City.
Well, mine would be Chelsea, City, Spurs, Arsenal.
No United.
No United.
You said United.
You said United in this. You said they're going to finish top 4. Make up your mind, man.
Right, there's your final. You can't change.
No, you can't change it now.
God.
I'm going to go Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City,
I can't believe you're actually struggling here.
Liverpool.
That's 100% fact.
It was hard.
We're the best
But
team.
no, it's not that. They have no European football.
Aye, that's a big plus.
Their biggest rivals for Champions League football is United. I think it's going to be between United and Liverpool. I think Spurs are going
to.
to.
Slows us down is that Mane's going to the Africa Cup of Nations. He's going to be gone for like a month or 2.
FA Cup winners.
Well, hopefully
Man United.
put out.
FA Cup, Man United.
Yeah, holding the title again. Yep.
Jamie.
FA Cup. I'm gonna go Spurs just to be cheeky one.
I'm going to go Arsenal. They're the FA Cup kings.
Okay.
They are one of the most times.
Go EFL Cup then.
EFL Cup. I'm going to go Man United.
Liverpool.
Oh,
100%.
United.
I have to
I would
say
love to.
United.
I would love to see a
final.
United Liverpool final. Like that would
it's
be
gonna be
brilliant to
United
watch.
final.
It's going to be United Liverpool final, I think, but United will win a trophy this season. I think it's just going to be that wee shit, pointless cup that no one wants. It's like a, I don't know what, it's like a Suki.
See if we were saying Arsenal. See if we were saying Arsenal would be the greatest cup in the world.
That wouldn't be. We've never took the EFL Cup serious. Champions League winner,
Barcelona, fact. And
Real Madrid. I'm going Real Madrid. They're going to hold it for the sake, or the first team to ever hold the Champions League. I'm going to say Real Madrid this year. I say Bayern Munich every year this last 3 years, but I'm not this year because Arsenal's going to put them out in the last 16. So
Jeez, I suppose.
It's definitely one of those two. And I'm gonna go Barcelona.
I always have to go for Barcelona. I can't.
I've said
Just
Bayern
that
Munich.
MSN just.
I've said Bayern Munich the last 3 seasons, but Real Madrid are undefeated in 34 matches or something. Zidane's only lost 2 in his whole Madrid career.
Very good, but like, just can't get over the thought. I just can't be on Barcelona not winning that cup.
Really get it. 3 really get it.
You have to. The 3 teams going down relegation.
Sunderland, Swansea. Did I go for West Ham?
Big shout.
Ah, there's a big shout.
I'm going to say Hull are definitely going down.
I wish I could change mine now. I can't really think of it all.
Swansea, I think, are going down. That American boy was sacked before the end of the season already, after him only being appointed. The 3rd team, I want to say Sunderland, but I don't know. But Sunderland and Burnley. I think Sunderland. I'm going to say Sunderland.
No,
but
Burnley.
Moisey might turn it around.
No,
Yeah,
definitely
so-
not. I think it's definitely has to be Sunderland, Swansea, and Hull. Definitely.
If
I
I
think
could change
those
mine,
3 teams
which
run
I
for a
will change
long
mine,
fight.
it's
Can't
Sunderland-
change it once you say it.
If I could, which I won't, Sunderland, Hull, and Swansea in that order.
PFA Player of the Year. It was Mahrez last season. 17 goals, 11 assists.
Well,
Phenomenal season.
I
Who are you going
think
to call this season, Emmett?
at the minute, because of his goal scoring form, it has to be Costa.
But I don't think he'll win it because it was the
If
same
it
with
can-
Suarez. Remember, people don't vote for boys that can because his bad attitude and his bad reputation.
If he keeps on going like this and he keeps on scoring the goals for Chelsea, then it definitely has to be him for me.
I'm going Eden Hazard. If he keeps going with Costa,
Yeah.
Eden Hazard, 100%. Costa on top goal scorer, like I predicted.
Yeah.
And then Hazard.
I'm going to say
Hazard will get
Alexis Sanchez for the amount of goals and assists he gets. Boys like Hazard only get assists. Costa only gets goals. Alexis gets goals and assists, and he's the main talisman for the team. He wears the number 7 with pride. He's the best player in the league at the minute.
Och.
as he did.
As I.
At the minute, he's the best player in the league.
Was good last night.
Scored a goal. Right, we're going to leave it there.
Good free kick.
This was the Premier League review so far. I'm Kyle O'Hara. This is
Emma Butcher.
This is
Jimmy Gaia.
Arsenal for the league.